Where do you underestimate your strengths? Oh, this is a good one, and we are going to turn the ship around, my friend. We are going from the things that get in our own way, and we spend a lot of time there, to really focusing in on our superpowers and our strengths. Welcome to Daily Whispers. I am Kara Bradley. I read this message, heard it, I don't know. It was one of my favorite teachers, Carolyn Miss, and she asked the question, where are you underestimating your power? And it was like, boom. Wow. That is a brilliant question. We focus on our weaknesses. I do. We focus on what we're not doing well. I do. We focus on what's not working. Oh, gosh, I spend way too much time there. What if instead we amplified our strengths? We really honed in on what we do well, those superpowers. And then, of course, we want to train our weaknesses, right? It's not to say you ignore what's not working, that you ignore what you're not doing well, but what if we don't stop underestimating our strengths and we actually lean in and amplify those superpowers? Ooh, this is going to be fun. So let me give you a little context here. I thought about this before hitting record, which I don't always do. Sometimes I just literally just hit record and hope that something coherent comes out of my mouth. But I thought about this. My strengths are my verbal communication, right? I have the ability to turn on this mic and go and be spontaneous. I also don't have a lot of fear when it comes to being awkward, being clumsy, sounding silly, even failing. Those are real strengths of mine. And I have weaknesses. There is no doubt about it. My writing ability is not, I would say, is not a strength. It's something I have to really work at and train. I still am self-conscious when it comes to being on camera or posting photos of myself or, being kind of out in the limelight, so to speak. I'm much more comfortable behind a mic. So, these are just a couple of things just to give you some context. How about you? What are your superpowers? Do you know? And it doesn't have to be something that is apparent out there. Something that you've been acknowledged for out there. It's just something you're really good at. It could be organizing, right? Organizing a home, organizing an office, organizing a team, organizing a community. It could be your ability to think long term or to have a long view or a wide scope of situations where people can't see big picture. It could be your attention to detail, your creative capacity, your positive outlook, your communication skills. What are your superpowers? So this became evident for me just a few days ago when I was on a phone call, I think I told you yesterday, with one of my favorite people in the world and a woman that works for Mindful Magazine. And we were talking about this course that I'm just starting to create. And I said to her, well, I was thinking of pulling in some practices, other practices from some of your PhDs, from some of your master teachers, and she stopped me in my tracks. And she, pointed at me and said, no, no, no. We want your superpower, Kara. We want your superpower. And that is your ability to just teach from nothing. You pull it out and you teach it. We don't need the PhDs in this. And it really got me thinking. I really underestimate my power. Right? I was looking for someone out there to strengthen my weakness, right? To compensate for my lack of letters after my name, right? My lack of deep scientific research or some kind of, public accolades. So what I was doing, this is really important, was I was looking for crutches out there to help support my weaknesses. That's what I was focused on. She was focused on my strengths, on my power, my superpower. So can we turn the wheel a little bit? Can we turn our perspective? Start to and for me, I'm telling you, I have to sit, like this doesn't come naturally for me to focus on superpowers because I'm so hyper focused on what's not working, what I'm not doing well, where I can improve and get better. But sometimes it overshadows. That focus on the weakness overshadows and exhausts me, right? Because I'm so focused there that I'm not actually amplifying what I'm good at. So you have to identify it first, though. And you could ask other people, what do you think my superpower is? I think that's really helpful. I do ask my husband that sometimes because I forget. I don't believe it if I say it to myself. Where are you underestimating your power? Where? And can you begin to amplify it? I'd like to continue on with this over who knows how long. I have no idea. But this is what I'm working with at this moment. I'd love to hear from you. Hey, listen, I have a challenge for you. I'd love to hear what you think my superpower is if you listen. And I'm not asking for, compliment. I'm really asking because there may be things that I don't see. And I'd love to get in a conversation with you. Reach out to me, email, drop me a note on social media. And if you're not yet getting my weekly whispers, just once a week, promise, go ahead and sign up in the show notes. And also my monthly whispers. I'm going to be doing a monthly call, jumping on with a bunch of people. And really just, I want to hear from you. Let's practice together. Let's get into some good, deep discussion. So you can sign up for those in the show notes as well. There I go, stumbling. Who cares? Have a fantastic day. I so appreciate you. Go out there. Go. Shine those superpowers out into the world. Be well.